Hello, chat. Hello. I have arrived. I made it. Was a little bit touch and go. I was up really late. We'll talk about it. Hello. Hello, hello. Let's get over to our stream screen for the day. Hello. Oh, there I am. I was like, uh-oh. I'm not there! Where am I? And it looks like I don't have any BGM on. Here we go. How's that? Not too loud, I hope? Not too quiet? A little chill BGM for the morning. My cover of Gargura's BGM. But it's like my style, you know. Yeah. Today, we got a crossword again. Got the old coffee cam going. You can see that. I'm real out of it this morning. Crossword's gonna be rough, I think. We'll see how things go. My brunch today, I woke up late, so I'm having leftover curry carrot soup that I made from scratch the other day. It's very good. Cold soup. Nice because I could just pull it right out of the fridge. But it doesn't look super pretty. It's ungarnished carrot soup in a takeout container that I reused, so I'm not going to show it on stream. But I did make... I made this lovely scrambled egg and grilled cheese breakfast sandwich. I'll be dipping that in the curry carrot soup. It's gonna be good. I got my spoon for my soup. You can hear all my plate noises. So yeah, here we are. I was up really late. I got sucked in. My favorite streamer, Meat, and her buddy, Koki, from the South Side. They were doing a stream. They got, what's it called? Hold on, I need some coffee. I need some coffee. I can barely talk here. So Meat and Koki, two streamers I really like. They recently got eye tracker stuff. So like the thing where you can show on screen where you're looking, you know, it's like a little blob of what your focus is on. They recently picked that up. And so they were doing a stream last night where they were playing Pizza Tower back and forth, but they were trying to distract one another. So they had taken submissions from their community of distracting images and videos, and half their screen was Pizza Tower, and half their screen was this distracting stuff. And it was very silly because we could all see if their eyes were darting over to the distracting stuff, you know, like whoop, whoop, but with like a blob on the screen. And it made it really hard to play the game. It was extremely silly time. And so, I may have stayed up excessively late to watch. And when I say may have, I mean I did. So I was up way past my bedtime, despite the stream today. I said, you know what, I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm gonna stay up. And let me tell you, I don't regret it per se, but I am feeling it. I'll put it that way. I'm feeling it. Yep. definitely feeling it. All that said, let's get into the crossword puzzle. The theme is brand awareness. I'm gonna have some of this food here. Mmm. Good stuff. Good stuff. I have no idea what we're in for with brand awareness. Probably questions about brands that will be very silly and kind of annoying. But we'll go from... We'll make it through. We've made it through every week so far. I don't know what patanque is. Patanque? 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 I'm not sure what that is. It, whoa. That might be like croquet. I don't know. But croquet won't fit there. iPad download. That's easy. That's an app. That could be tier or it could be tear. We're gonna skip it for now till we have more context. Margaret Cho. There's even a song about Margaret Cho. I don't know if y'all know about Mike Park. But he's been in a bunch of great bands. One of those bands, I forget which one, honestly, has a song about Margaret Cho. And it's great. Good song. And Margaret Cho rules. Let's check these acrosses. Post-surgery regimen. I gotta be honest. I was thinking like rest, meds. So I'm genuinely unsure. Good soup. This might be. Yeah, no. Way too short. I was going for hand to hand. Pulsating. Starts with an A. I don't know. We'll see when I get more caffeine in me. That's a pet. Roses. Set of value. There's a lot of things I could Bank account addition. That might be debt for deposit. It might not be. We're gonna leave it for now. We'll do a check on the grid in a little bit. Once we get a decent ways into the puzzle. Let's see. Inert gas. I think that's neon. One of the noble gases. Divers need thinking like oxygen. That doesn't fit. There's probably something weird. I don't know enough about tennis. Know anything about a tennis grate. Might be necktie. could also be Itzpa, but we're gonna go with Nick for now. I don't know who composed Over the Rainbow, believe it or not. As a musician, you would think I would know something like that, but no. I don't.
Have confidence.
Hello, Maru DeCinco. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello. I took a big bite of my sandwich here. Hello, how is your Saturday? I know you're ahead in time from me. You live in the future. So you could maybe tell me, if you could tell me how Saturday went, because I'm just getting started, I would really appreciate it. Because I'm wiped out. I was talking before you got here. Alright, you're living in the future. Or no, Sunday! It's Sunday! Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it is Sunday. It says Sunday right on the screen there. Sorry for melting your brain. You still live in the future. Tell me how Sunday went. No, it's Sunday here. It's Sunday here. I am just, I am, very sleep. Very sleep. I was up too late watching a very silly stream, and now I'm woefully under-rested and under-caffeinated, and I'm trying to do a word puzzle, which is not going great. But I will do my best to have confidence, as you say. Maru, what are you up to? Sunday's going slow, but you're chugging Kong strong to start tidying up. Went to a virtual con on VR chat and became monkey. Excellent. Excellent. Reject Android Denis and become monkey. Yep. That's good stuff. I love this mouth tracking. I can like. So silly. I would have thought that was Jump Blues, but it's not Jump Blues. I think Jump Blues might have originated in Alabama, actually. Not sure. Ali Mahershala. Feel like it might be. It's ringing a bell. I definitely recognize the name. I don't know, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Audio giant. 4 letters. There's so many that could be. This is your sinus. Passage cleared by a neti pot. I know that. Even I know that. That's your sinus. PBS funding org. Viewers like you. Oh, my brain. Ands. No ifs, ands, or buts. My brain is already on fire and we're barely getting started. It's gonna be a long stream, friends. Slowly but surely I'll be fueling up with food and caffeine, and perhaps that will improve things. But we'll see. Private Eye. It's Pirate Detective, obviously. Private Eye. Arr. Evil, but he spelled it like that. That is, Daredevil Knievel. It's Evil Knievel. Beach House Singer. Oh, it's Carly Rae Jepsen. Carly Rae. I don't know if she spells it with a Y or an E, but we're gonna put an E for now. The important question, Sky, is whether you're a Rome bro or if you've awakened to the reality that Rome is fake. Well, as I mentioned at your stream yesterday, Maru, when you're talking about Rome bros, I'm pretty sure that Rome, it's not that it's fake per se, but it's that Rome, I'm also not a Rome bro. You see, Rome is a conspiracy, and it's where they developed the birds. Because as you know, birds aren't real. Birds perch on power lines to recharge, and they're secretly drones. But the birds aren't real people. They think that the birds are there to spy for the government. And that's not true. The birds are there to spy for the Pope from Rome. Just like, yeah, birds are fake as fuck. Yeah, just like horses. Horses were invented by Andrew Hussey to satisfy his kinks when writing Homestuck. You know, I never got into Homestuck, but that sounds reasonable to me. Yeah, I'll believe that. I'll believe that. There's a lot of people who are really into like the horse hooves and tails and mane and tail shampoo and whatever else those horse people get up to. So it would make sense that horses were invented to satisfy someone's kink. Yeah. Reasonable. Absolutely reasonable. Some IRAs is Roths. If you know anything about investing your money, you know about the power of a Roth IRA investment portfolio. Dawn, Vampire's Curfew. Wah is a nursery cry, cause babies go wah, 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 wah. French Star. Gosh, that could be anything. Pointless event at the Olympics. I don't know. I'm assuming pointless is a reference to some sort of sport that doesn't have a point. Or something. I don't know what that means. Napa product. That's wine. Napa, California. Make a lot of wine. Don't ask me how I know. Small slitherer. Well, I would say worm. That's way too short to be worm. What? Last president to keep a White House cow. So, we've just learned that cows are also not real. They were invented by the United States to keep at the White House for the president to do something with. I don't even want to think about it. But cows. If there was a White House cow, clearly cows aren't real. Yeah, invention of big milk. Cows are an invention of big milk to sell more milk with their big milkers. Yep. I mean, we can get milk from oats and almonds. Why do we need cows? To sell more milk. Clearly. Cows are invented to get gay women into big boobs. I mean, maybe. It's definitely a distinctive maybe on that one. I think the jury may be out, though. Because I feel like it could just be to get everyone into big boobs. You know? Who doesn't like big boobs? The old mommy milkers. Yeah, you can't sell people on the idea that big boobs correlate to squeezing an oat. Yep. You know? I think you're onto something, Morrow. I really do. But, yeah. I think that the fact that there ever was a White House cow is definitive proof that cows are also a conspiracy, just like birds, just like horses, and just like Rome. We are really solving the mysteries of the Earth today. Like you, I have tried squeezing a note. Not a pleasant experience, nor one I would care to repeat. I've never tried squeezing an oat, believe it or not. I've drank oat milk, but I've never tried to squeeze an oat. Nope. Maybe I should. I mean, you say it's not a pleasant experience, but you know, some people are into different stuff. Maybe I would be into it. Maybe I would like to squeeze an oat. Maybe that sounds like my jam. Maybe I could become a professional oat squeezer. Mara squeezed an oat once in anger. In her defense, the oat was being kind of What are these dad jokes about oats? Guarantees. I don't know what Lao. I don't know what a meat salad in Lao cuisine is. Pontificate. I think. Play into. That was a rejigged old penny arcade joke. Replace. Oh, oh man, some of the really old penny arcade stuff was very silly. Before they went off the deep end, you know, got all like shitty. Yeah. I don't know if people are still mad at Penny Arcade. I kind of fell out of like the silly webcomic crowd a while back. I don't really read them. But I remember people got really mad at Penny Arcade for a while because they did some very like kind of messed up stuff with their like I don't even remember what it was, honestly. Early 2000s, yeah, they had some good jokes. Their recent stuff is just not funny. Yeah, I feel like that's like when you're doing literally the same thing, you know, like the same comic strip for a bazillion years like that, it becomes extremely difficult to keep things funny. I feel like no. You really gotta change things up, you know? Eventually, everybody just gets wise to your bits. And if you can't shift or evolve or whatever, it's just not gonna be so good. I feel like that maybe is what's going on with them at this point. Because I feel like even like a long time ago, not early 2000s, but like maybe like 2010s, a lot of their jokes were getting pretty samey, so I can't even imagine now. Yeah, I do that too, actually. I sometimes will quote old penny art. Sometimes I quote jokes where I don't even know where they come from these days. My brain is just big old Swiss cheese, you know? Sometimes stuff just falls out of it. Rich rocks. Oars. That one? The oars? Crossword puzzles? Hey, Coyote, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, Penny Arcade comics, right? What a throwback. I think Maru is demonstrating her android abilities to travel through time. Talking about all this old stuff. The oars. Hey, glad to see you here. Glad you made it. Hello. I'm eating a grilled cheese with cheddar and Munster and eggs on it, and some leftover cold curried carrot soup for brunch. It's yummy. The oars. So crossword puzzles love the word oars. I think it's because O-R-E and S are very common letters in English, and so it's easy to like use that to be able to use other words around it, but like every freaking crossword puzzle uses the word oars. Or. One of the two. Contemporary gamer website, real life comics. You know, that rings a bell. I couldn't tell you any of their jokes or comics or characters, but I definitely have seen it. I do remember Control Alt Delete. That's what I remember. A gate. Open. Yeah, Control Alt Delete is pretty dreadful. Going for the downs. Wireless support. I think that's a bra. Because bras can be wireless. Gamer Cat. I don't remember that one, Coyote. Don't remember Gamer Cat. But again, I was like only kind of sort of into webcomics back in the day. I never got super into it. So, I definitely missed out on some of these. For sure. This webcomic that was kind of languishing for ages and was a silly gamer comic on the corner of the internet became relevant again as she documented her transition, and it's very sweet. Nothing groundbreaking. Oh, that's really cute. That's very cute. Oh. Is that, Maru, is that real life comics? That's great. That's great. How cute, how adorable. I feel like this has to be noon, right? Either here is noon, or here is noon. But I don't know what the other three letters are. So we can't fill that in yet, because I don't know which spot noon is gonna pop into. What is this clue? I'm normally more humble than this. What? What does that even refer to? Still mainly a gaming comic about her and her wife raising their kid, but now had added trans stuff on it. It's just neat. Don't read it all the time, but yeah, it's great. Had an entire arc of her realizing she was trans, which was also really good. That's very cute. You know, like wholesome content about somebody finding themselves and like, I don't know, have new experiences. That's very cute. I like it. And it says kind of slice of lifey as well, which I'm a big fan of slice of life stuff. And so maybe I should check this out. Get some silly slice of life action. Gas additive. P-H-A-N-O-L. Oh, I think neck is wrong. I think this is ethanol, right? They put ethanol in gas these days. That's a thing. Oh yeah, please do. DM me a link. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. It sounds fun. Oh. Mostly, it just sounds cute and wholesome. And I like cute, wholesome content. I don't know if you could hear that, but I just chopped up my coffee. I came prepared today. After last weekend, when Maru, you suggested that I have the the thermos of hot water for the mate, I was like, oh man, I got a thermos full of coffee. Yeah. So I did. So now I got a whole lot of coffee. And it's important, again, because I am extremely out of it today. Part of why we're going so slow on this puzzle is because I can't really think. I was, like, I think I started to talk about it. I don't know if I finished talking about it. But, there was a very silly Southside collab last night with Meat and Koki. They took submissions from the community, and of things that were distracting. And they got eye tracking software where you could see where they were looking, and then they did this collab where one of them, they went back and forth, where one of them was trying to play Pizza Tower, and the other one was scrolling through and like showing off all of this distracting content, and chat could see where their eyes were and if the person trying to play the game was like peeping over. So there was like a lot of like sexy content and silly content and just very weird distracting stuff. And it was extremely silly, and so I stayed up entirely too late watching it. And now I'm very tired. I did it to myself, but it was worth it. Gigs? Tour stops? Was gigs? It's in my brain that's gigs. Oliver Twist, for one. I mean, it's a book. I feel like that can't be the answer. Does this start with a B? I don't think so. Alto, California. Mario uses a specific flask for coffee, but it's only for coffee because no matter what you do, you can't get the smell, taste coffee out. Yeah. This flask actually, like, it was like one of those big vacuum sealed thermoses, and it's metal on the inside. And it doesn't seem to retain flavors, because I got it to make coffee. Because I use a pour over, like I have one of those little like pour over coffee things. Yeah, I understood what you meant. And so I put the pour over thing on top of this big, like vacuum sealed metal thermos, and then I pour the hot water in to make the coffee, and then the thermos keeps it warm all day. And that's what I used for the hot water last week. And I think because it's made out of stainless steel on the inside or something, it didn't retain coffee flavor at all. It was good. It worked well. But yeah, I've definitely had thermoses in the past where you, like, once you put coffee in it, it just tastes like coffee forever, and you can't use it for anything else. And like travel mugs and stuff, even metal ones. I don't know what makes this one special, but it doesn't seem to retain flavors, which I'm quite pleased with it. Axe. Male title derived from brother. What? Brim. The hat edge. That's a brim. I'm slowly waking up. 8. Steinway instrument is a piano. Above the street trains, L's, elevated rails. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Maru. I will check out that storyline because, like I said, I love that cute slice of lifey stuff. Wholesome content. Grilled cheese. Good comfort breakfast when you're very tired. Scale divisions. Oh boy. So clues like this, I hate clues like this because there's so many things it could be. It could be ounces, like OZS. It could be GMS for grams. It could be KGS for kilograms. LBS for pounds. STS for stone. Like, or STE for a stone. I've seen that one too. There's so many things, so many ways that scales get divided. I hate clues like that. Blech. Stupid puzzle. Pro or con? I should know this. Because I remember, I'm not a basketball person. But you know that basketball commentator Rebecca, because there was a lady named Rebecca who was like such a huge deal in basketball. From her college basketball career, I think at UConn, all the way up through that, like she was like kind of like the face of the WNBA when the WNBA was first getting going. Like she was a really big deal, and I don't remember her last name. Comic starts with coming out introspective stuff, then turns into slice of life. I mean that's cool. It'll get emotionally invested, and then slice of life. That's great. That's perfect. Without delay. And it's abbreviation. Ugh. Maybe ASAP, actually. I think that's what that is. Mercy me. I have no idea. French film, is that thin? Right? Je suis François? Oh? Oh? I don't actually speak French. I did take in like middle school or elementary school, I took a year of French. I can say a few French words still, like garçon and fromage. But I don't speak French. Winds down is gonna be ends. Plans to go public. Don't know. Actor Watanabe. That's Ken. He's a legend. Ken Watanabe. Love that dude. Okay, so this one, the roof overhang. Again, I'm not sure what this is going to be. 4 letters ending in E. Because typically, when you talk about roof overhangs, it's called an eave, or it's called a soffit. And I'm not sure. I mean, it could be something as simple as edge here. But eave and soffit are the 2 main kinds of roof overhangs that you see. Where were we? Here. Japanese drama. I don't know that. 3 letters? Not sure. Blank party. Again, not really enough there yet. Blank mignon. More French stuff. I know mignon would be French, would be filet, but I don't know what magnon is. Oh, it's not magnon, it's magnon. It's Cro-Magnon. Caveman! Booga 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 booga. This is Dear Evan Hansen, I think. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Woodles. Mercy Mercy Me singer. So many people have sung Mercy Mercy Me. Come on now. Crossword. Apple platform. iOS. Takes care of drafts, edits. Great Dane. Look, I'm waking up. I've had enough coffee. A cup and a half of coffee. And most of my sandwich and some of my soup. And I'm starting to get there. Bah. Cheap trills. Bah. Bah. Glass Onion filmmaker Johnson. Ryan Johnson. Oh, I want to talk about more stuff, but I'm like so out of it. I don't remember everything that I had in mind to talk about today. All. You know that feeling when you stay up so late that you wake up and you feel like you're hungover even though you didn't have anything to drink? That's me right now. But I had to get up and stream. Like, there was no way I was gonna skip the stream. Oh. Ooh. I know something. The song that we did on yesterday's stream came out real good. I'm very excited about it. Oh. And after stream yesterday, I rendered it out to a to the mixdown render, the pre-mastering version, and I put it in my folder with the other pre-masters for the album that I'm working on. And we got 5 tracks done, and I listened to all 5 tracks, the pre-mastered mixdowns that I had in order, and it sounds so good. Like, I cannot tell you how excited I am about this album. Like, one reason that I got into VTubing in the first place is because I felt that I was not really meeting my goals as a musician and an artist and a creator. And part of that was that I was not like forcing myself to work, if that makes sense. Like, something I've struggled with for a long time as a musician, and I'll be open about it. I think it's important, and I think it's helpful for other people, you know, if we all talk about this kind of stuff. But something I've struggled for a long time as a musician, basically my whole musical career, is consistent musical practice. What I mean by that is like, hold on, I'm finishing up this sandwich. So what I mean by that is that I've been a musician since I was a child, right? I took instrumentation lessons when I was a child. I learned multiple instruments in elementary and middle school. I played in bands all through high school and my adult life. I learned how to do audio engineering and recording and sound design all the way back in high school. I was taught this stuff, and I've used it for my whole life. It's something that is near and dear to my heart, right? But as a musician, something that I have always struggled with from those very early days in my childhood is maintaining consistent practice. And one of the things that's very important as an artist, whether you're drawing or making music or doing some other kind of art form, sculpture or whatever, there's consistent practice, because this practice is how you not only maintain your skills, but improve your skills, and it's through practice that we actually create, right? Practice is ultimately part of our creative output. Like if I'm playing a show, that's still practice. It's not practice, like I'm not practicing my instrument, but I am practicing the art of music, right? I'm doing music. It is a practice. And so when I say I've been inconsistent over my whole life about music practice, that's what I mean. It's not like, oh, Sky's not practicing the guitar enough. She's gotta play it. She's gotta practice her scales more. It's, when I say I'm inconsistent about practice, I mean like, if you look at my YouTube channel, I'll have like a spurt where I release like 10 videos in like 2 months. And then a year off where I just don't put out any music. That's what I mean by inconsistent in practice. So I'm a musician and I'll like dabble on my own a little bit here and there, like all the time, you know, like I might noodle around and like kind of practice in the traditional sense of like I'm practicing the guitar, I'm practicing the bass, or I'm noodling and I'm practicing in Reaper and doing some engineering work, but I wasn't practicing music. I wasn't putting out a song. I wasn't creating a whole, I wasn't writing a song, I wasn't creating a musical piece. I was just kind of noodling and mucking around. Different from musical practice, right? And so I got into VTubing because I thought that it would be a way to kind of force myself to get on a schedule. Because I haven't been in a band in a while. My old band broke up a few years ago, before the pandemic, because folks were moving, and the band collaboratively wrote things. All of our music was kind of collaboratively written, and so with folks moving away, it didn't feel right to continue the band with new members. And I just didn't form a new band after that. I was very burned out on late nights and like the bar scene where you play a lot of shows. Booking tours was absolutely exhausting work. And so I didn't really want to do it anymore once that band was over. But that was really the last time I had done consistent musical practice. Consistently. And that's because a band has a schedule. And other people are relying on you. And so it forces you into consistent practice. Because if you have a band, and your band is like, yeah, we practice at so-and-so's house every Tuesday night, then every Tuesday night, you grab your gear and you drag your ass out to so-and-so's house and you practice music. And you work on songs, and you work on perfecting what you're doing, and then you go out and you play shows together and whatever, because that's what having a band is. It's a structured form to continue your musical practice, right? And I feel like that, for me, is really what keeps me on track. And without it, the last few years, especially with the pandemic and everything closing down and all that, I've just been very, very inconsistent. And I didn't like it. So part of what got me into VTubing, and part of why I'm so adamant, even though this isn't a music stream, I'm so adamant about not missing the stream that is scheduled. Which, you know, I wouldn't like force myself if I absolutely couldn't make a stream. This is a hobby at the end. I can reschedule. But part of the reason why I didn't want to just skip it because I'm tired, you know, is because it's about that kind of practice. The VTubing has become the new stand-in for the band. And so, like, streams like today, that's like a band hangout day, you know? Like, band gets together to go bowling. That's the stream. Yeah. But, then the weekly music streams, that's like band practice, plus live shows, all kind of rolled up together. So it forces me into this consistent musical practice. And that has me very excited because I haven't put out an album since around 2015. It's a long time to go without an album. I put out songs. I mean, you can look at my YouTube channel. There's a whole bunch of songs and mashups and memes and silly musical projects and all kinds of stuff, right? But I have not been consistent enough in my I was just reading the clue while I was talking. I have not been consistent enough in my musical practice to be able to put together a set of tracks under a single project with a consistent enough sound and feel to really call an album for a very long time. And VTubing is allowing me to do that. And so yesterday, to get back to the start of all of this tirade, yesterday, after finishing the 5th track for this record, I went through and I listened to all of them, and it sounded awesome. All of the songs are very good. I'm really pleased with how things are sounding. Everything, despite all of the tracks being made with different synthesizers, because that's the concept of the album, everything fits together really well. There's a consistent vibe, a consistent through line to the album. Probably in part because I have made it all like trudged along consistently with the music streams and the work on my own, you know, like. So VTubing has been a great boon for me as a music creator, because it has enabled me to really develop that consistent vibe as an independent solo artist, which is not something I've ever done. Never done independent music before. I've always worked with other people on it. And so it's really neat to not only be back in this consistent musical practice, but also to be able to reap some of the fruits of that and look at the work that I've done to this point and be like, oh wow, yeah, I'm proud of this. This sounds great. And I'm very pleased with it. And it is working as a record, as an album. It's really exciting. So it also is part of why I didn't want to skip a stream. If I'm just because I'm tired, no, that's not a reason. I'll be here for you guys. I'll be here for me. I'm gonna hang out, and if anybody wants to come hang out with me, they are all welcome. That's how I feel about it. So it's almost like VTubing is both content creation and also a way to hold myself accountable, and also a way to motivate, because I'm a big believer that, like, people talk about motivation. I think this is important, actually. Anybody who is a content creator, put a pin in this. So people talk about motivation. Motivation to do things. And there is no such thing. Like, and what I mean by this is not that, like, you can't be motivated to do a project on your own. Because obviously, like, people wouldn't do projects unless they were motivated to do them. But what I mean is, like, a good example of this is working out, right? You see a lot of people talk about how they want to get in shape, but they're not motivated, or it's really hard, and they don't understand or are jealous of other people who are really fit or work out all the time because those people have the motivation to do it, right? I'm sure you're familiar with this. I'm sure you've seen people having conversations like that, or saying things like that, or whatever. Or people who are really fit who are like, why don't you have the motivation? Just get out there and do it. And you can do it, it's possible. And I think neither of those perspectives are really accurate to the reality of things. the reality of things is that like motivation and willpower aren't really real things. You need to find a way for yourself that motivates you, because motivation doesn't necessarily come, it's not like a stroke of inspiration. It's not just gonna come. You can't just expect yourself to suddenly be motivated. You can't expect yourself to find something that will motivate you. It's not like you'll say, okay, I wanna make a song, or I wanna make a piece of art, and suddenly you'll be motivated to do it because it's something that you want. You need to, like, literally just do it, and it's gonna fucking suck at times. Like, those people who are in the gym all the time, when they're like, yeah, just go, just do it, and you'll get used to it. You'll get motivated. I think what they're trying to say, but saying very poorly and in a ham-fisted kind of stereotyped way, is that motivation isn't real. Like, nobody wakes up and is like, yeah, I'm super motivated to go to the gym. Like, or I'm super motivated to do art every day, or music every day. It's more like you find a way to force yourself to do it until it becomes habit. Because people are creatures of habit. And so that person who's been going to the gym all the time, when they first started going to the gym, even if they can't remember, it was, I guarantee, a huge struggle. Because going to the gym, you gotta do it consistently. It's all about consistency. Same thing with art and music. Consistency is really like, you don't have to do that consistently, but consistency is helpful in terms of that practice piece that I was talking about. And so, for me, like, I really want to do music. I've wanted to do music consistently for all this time. But I couldn't motivate. I couldn't get out of my own way. I couldn't, like, create the time to do it on a regular schedule. And so I would get really excited about making music. I would make like 3 or 4 songs, put them on YouTube, get all excited, and then just completely fall off the wagon a month later. You know? And it's not that I wasn't motivated. I really wanted to do the music, and I was having a blast when I was doing it. But then maybe I hit a creative block. Maybe I get stressed at work. Maybe things get really busy. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, okay. I guess I'm not motivated to do this. Maybe this isn't a project that I want to do. I don't know. But that's not what it is. You gotta make that consistent practice. And as it becomes habit, then it'll start to feel weird when you don't do it. Right? And that's where VTubing has been really helpful for me, is I started it, and now I've been doing it consistently for long enough, after like a month and a half, you know, a couple times a week, that I want to, like, it's not even that I want to do it, but it's that if I missed a scheduled stream, it would feel bad. And so I do want to do it. But even on a day like today, where it's like, I'm real tired, I could stand to sleep more, I could stand to stay in bed, whatever, like, I gotta keep that habit. I gotta scratch the itch. Because if I don't, I'm gonna feel off. And so, motivation isn't some kind of magical thing. It's not something that you can lie in wait for. It's not something that's just gonna show up out of the blue and get you going on a project. motivation is really just force of habit, and you have, like, forming habits is extremely difficult and fucking sucks sometimes. And so the best advice that I have is, if you want to do something like music or go to the gym or art or draw or paint or anything, if you want to do anything that requires this kind of consistent practice with it, then the best advice that I have for you is, like, one, to just fucking do it. Just start. And two, to see if you can find a way of making yourself not feel bad or guilty, because you don't want to feel like, you shouldn't feel bad or guilty about things, but a way that you can hold yourself accountable, right? So for the gym, maybe that means paying for personal training sessions, if you can afford that, of course. Because maybe then, and this doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but maybe like, oh, I'm paying for this, so I've gotta go. I'm paying for this. So then you go. If it's creating art, maybe it's streaming it. Even if there's nobody there, right? Maybe if you're streaming when you're doing art, you get in the habit of streaming, and then, oh, I can't miss the stream. Somebody might stop by. I gotta get on the stream. And then you don't focus on the numbers, people who are there. You just focus on making sure you're holding yourself accountable to what you're doing so that you do it consistently. And that's hard, because there's different habits work for different people. So I can't tell you what works for me, and you can't have that work for you. You just gotta find it. Yeah, exactly, Mauro. That's exactly what I'm getting at, right? It's not that, like, streaming is about having to be productive or having to do the thing. It's that the streaming creates the context of, like, it brings you and other people joy. That's a fun thing to do, to stream. And so the working that you're doing on stream, that's kind of like, oh, I've got to work because I want to stream, right? You add that fun element to it, the thing that does have the motivation, the thing that gives you the happy molecules in your brain, right? And that's a form of positive reinforcement. And so now, like, streaming, you're having a blast with your streaming, and you're doing work streams. Now all of a sudden, you're having a blast, and you're correlating that mentally with working, and that's how you build those consistent patterns. Because let me tell you, trying to just motivate yourself to do stuff, that's not really a real thing that people can do. You gotta figure out ways to kind of, like, trick yourself, because brains are things of habit, and if you're trying to build a new skill, or build a new habit, or build a new hobby, your brain is going to want to slide back into its old grooves. So, yeah, exactly. You gotta like find ways to have fun with things and do things in a way that you want to do regularly. And then the other piece the piece that's very helpful for me is a schedule in advance. And so, like, if I were just saying, like, oh, I'm just gonna stream whenever, I feel like I would probably be streaming the way my YouTube video output has been the last few years. You know? Where I make a video or I make a stream, and then I just kind of, like, I think this is taught. Need to get back to the puzzle here. Hello, good time zone, Giselle. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Were you up late watching Meat and Koki as well? Because I know I was. Yeah. Talking about motivation and habits. So the last thing I want to say on this, because it's been a long tangent and I've been very distracted from the puzzle here. But the last thing I want to say on this is, like, part of why streaming helps me is because it's a consistent schedule, and it's a schedule that doesn't impact only me. And, so, like, that's another reason why, like, personal training sessions could be helpful for, like, a gym motivation, but kind of stretched into a weird art format. Because streaming, it doesn't just affect me. It affects anybody who wants to watch me. Anybody who wants to hang out with me. And so I put the schedule up, and then, okay, somebody who I don't even necessarily know has seen this schedule, could have seen it and could be looking forward to this stream. So I gotta be there, you know? And I wanna be there. I wanna be there to hang out when I say I'm gonna hang out. And some of those hangout days include doing music. And so having that, for me, is the motivation, right? I don't want to let anybody down, including myself, when I say I'm going to do something. And so instead of just making music as I fancy, putting it online, becoming a VTuber has really helped me to say, okay, Saturday at 2 p.m., I'm going to make music, and I'm going to make music and, like, hang out and chill. And so I've been consistently making music, and I've been developing a more consistent sound, and I don't know, it's just been great. It's been great. Yeah. That's what I had to say about that. Just help with the bed at 5 a.m., no regrets. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, alright, I gotta get back on this puzzle. I've been, like, shooting the shit about creating and motivating and all of this other stuff, and I'm, like, super out of it. I don't even know if what I've said makes any sense, because I'm kind of just rambling here. I got a bad case of streamer brain this morning. Very out of it, and just, like... Man? Could be lad. Could be any number of things. Oop. Oop. I don't know that either of these is correct. Alright. Let's see. Let's go up here. Ah. Wow. This is rehab. Remember? Before all the coffee I've had, I looked at this clue, post-surgery regimen, and I was like, I have no idea what this could be! And now, 2 simple letters and 2 cups of coffee later, and I'm like, oh, I know the answer, of course, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Although I still have no idea what pétanque or pétanque. I don't know what that is. Oh, but isn't this like bocce? I think it's bocce. It could be spelled with an A. That could be an H, but I think it's bocce. Actually, this is gonna be cab something, right? Cab something. I bet. Likely story. I bet. Blah, 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 blah. Southwestern Snapshot Gallery. This is Photoshop. Oh, something. Adobe Photoshop. Because it's brand themed. Ah ha 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 ha. Boomer humor. That's what this is. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't see the chat. Wasn't logged in. Whoops. That happens. No big. No big. Welcome in, JT. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see ya. I am slowly finishing up my brunch. I already finished my grilled cheese. I'll first finishing up the curry carrot soup. What? So this hare. This could be rend. Yeah, so, and I put an egg on it. So it wasn't an egg sandwich. So what I did, my grilled cheese this morning, I made a mixed egg, which if you don't know what a mixed egg is, it's a lazy person scrambled egg. So scrambled egg, you take the eggs, crack them into a dish or something, you whip them up and get the air worked in and stuff. Usually you add a little bit of salt to denature the proteins a little, make them nice and fluffy, and then you cook them, right? A mixed egg, heat up your pan, crack the egg in the pan, and you whip it in the pan with some chopsticks or something. So it is like kind of a flat, almost scrambled egg. It does have a name. It's called a mixed egg. So I made a mixed egg, just one, and then I popped it on a plate, and I rinsed out the pan, and then I took my buttered bread, and I put one slice of bread with a slice of cheddar cheese, and I put the egg on top of that, and then I put a slice of some other kind of cheese. I think Munster is what I have. And then I put the other piece of buttered bread, and I cooked that up like a grilled cheese. So it was like a grilled cheese with egg, not really an egg sandwich. It's great. It's great. And then I just got the leftover soup, because I had to have my veggies, you know? I got carrot soup. Okay, so this is noon. I don't know what these three letters are. So those are like noon time, noon, high noon, something like that. But this is definitely noon, but I don't know what these three letters are. Grilled cheese with mayo instead of butter sometimes. You know, I've actually done that. It is really good. It is really good. I'm just out of mayo. I have, because of mayoflation, which, I'm sure that you're familiar with. I'm not even gonna say it. The I word. And I'm not gonna say it because I know the VTuber community. I know how y'all react to the I word with your weird Sonic posts and whatever. Yeah, I know. Fucking freaks. But, I'm sure you're all familiar with the rising cost of consumer goods. I'll put it that way. One consumer good that is a really good indicator of just the general cost of stuff is mayo. The price of mayo is a good marker of how much of the I word is happening. That's the thing. They call it like the mayoflation. And so because the mayoflation has been out of control, like a jar of mayo is like $6 or $7 here for a regular jar of mayo. No. And vinegar, oil, and eggs. I've been making my own mayo. Yeah, I think that is part of the issue. Is the eggs, the egg prices because of the bird problems. Because those birds, they're not real, so we're running out of eggs. We only got so many to go around. Because of this, I've been making my own mayo. It's actually shockingly easy, and you can customize it and whatever. You gotta get your eggs, and we can get local eggs. Oh my god, Maru in the chat. I still can't believe I got someone with a tweet with that word that was like gun prices are skyrocketing. Don't believe me? Google Gundam, the I word. Oh boy. Oh boy. Freaks. Absolute freaks. Yeah, so I've been making my own mayo because of mayoflation, and it's super easy. If you got like an immersion blender, it's like you take an egg, and if you want to make like Japanese style mayo, you just use the egg yolk and use 2 egg yolks instead of the whole egg. But you crack your egg, and then with the egg, you put a little bit of vinegar, and you can choose your favorite kind of vinegar or blend vinegars, and then like a little bit of like salt and seasoning or whatever you want, and some mustard. Mustard's very important because it's an emulsifier. And then you literally just very slowly pour in oil while you blend it. And that's all. You just pour in a shitload of oil and blend it all up. And the oil emulsifies with the egg and the seasoning and the vinegar. And the mustard helps keep the emulsion stable. And it's mayo. Super easy. And if you're nervous, if you can't get like, because I've been getting like these locally grown eggs from a local egg farmer. And those prices have remained stable because like they're not having problems with their eggs because they don't pretend eggs come from birds. They grow them on trees like normal eggs. So, yeah. It's cheaper. Because I've been buying local eggs for years. Don't trust those people who say they come from birds. So yeah. Get some eggs. Make your own mayo. Way cheaper. Way cheaper. In these days of expensive mayo. But I'm all out. And I didn't have time this morning because I slept in as much as I could before stream because I was up so late. And so, yeah, I didn't have time to make more mayo for my grilled cheese, so I just used butter. It was still yummy. But yes, you are correct. Mayo for a grilled cheese is like real good. Real good. Seems weird, but it's real good. And that's because mayo is mostly oil. A lot of people don't realize that mayo is oil with some stuff to make it into a like creamy suspension. That's basically it. Fluffy oil, yeah, that's a good description. Fluffy oil. Mayonnaise is fluffy oil. And if you've ever seen Kamen Rider Wizard, you know that mayonnaise is the greatest food in the world. Yep. And in Japan, you can catch mayonnaise as fish and pick it from trees. Alerts to some party planners that their guests have arrived. So this is going to be another brand, I think, because it's a long clue. But I'm not sure what it's going to be. This is algae. No, it can't be. Not long enough. Drag show accessory. 3 letters. Not sure. Skating biopic starring Margot Robbie. I think this might be wrong. It might not be Palo Alto. Because I'm pretty sure this is... No? Oh, never mind. Yeah, this is Palo Alto. Seems right. I was like, oh, this is gonna be Xerox copier, but that doesn't fit at all. More coffee. It also doesn't make sense. One searching for a river crossing would not be Xerox copier. Oh my god. Delta blues. That's the blues that originated in Mississippi. And then that means this is pounds. Figure that out with just the one letter. And this ASAP, I'm not sure about. I put that in as a kind of a maybe. Mm-hmm. What is it? Oh, boy. EBS Funding Org. National Endowment for the Arts. And viewers like you. I already made that joke, but I'm making it again. Is not inch. Oh, you know, I think it's Eve. That is another type of roof overhang. To me, I say. Yes, sir. This is Icebreaker. Smooms. Icebreaker Smooms. I'm all wiggly in my chair. Play-Doh. No. Wooed. Something here seems wrong. I don't know what. You know, let's check the grid. Ah, yeah, I knew something was wrong. It was the W I just put in. Ah, I'm surprised that's wrong. Is that Boz with 2 A's? Whoops. Yeah, I knew it was Boz. I just spelled it wrong. That means that's asp. Let's finish music. We've been listening to this for an hour and a half. Let's fade this out. And fade this in. Yeah, mix it up a little. Got a lot of different songs I can use for BGM, so may as well use them. You know, not just stick to one. Let's see. I think this is tiles. I don't even know what Rummy Cub is, but it's about the only word that makes sense there. And like many summer concerts, it's not outdoor. I honestly don't know. It's a wren. Noisy bird. Seems to me like a wren. I need to be more systematic here. I'm like jumping all over the place. After all that talk about practice and systematizing and like habits, you'd think I would be a little bit more systematized. Pulsating. Is this a throb? I think it's a throb. This is toe to toe. Color quality is tone. Ethos. Oh, look at this. Just busted out some big brains. Big brains. Hostess. Oh. I thought it was maybe Hostess Donuts. This noonday. But Hostess Donuts. Hostess Donuts. That doesn't make sense. But it also, like, cause it doesn't fit. But I feel like it's a pun based on Hostess Donut. This is ID'd, perhaps? This is ads, yeah. Ba, 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 ba. This is Hostess Ding Dongs. Because the Ding Dong is an alert, but Hostess has little cakes called Ding Dongs. I get it. A few streams ago, I was talking about how crosswords often have terrible boomer puns. And I love puns, don't get me wrong, but that's a terrible boomer pun. I'm gonna just wild guess here. That's Andre. Andre Agassi. I don't know, I don't follow tennis. Air pack. Could be air sac. It's air. Epithet for Shiva. I have no clue. Lot of. I feel like this is not right. Some of it's right. The air is definitely right. We got these words down here. And that's right. I don't know if this is either. I'm just gonna assume that that's right. This is not to brag, but the lot was correct. So this could be lot of. It could be lotta, L-O-T-T-A, right? Because we got ton O, lotta, right? Same kind of syntax. Talked about that last week. Of the clues. The syntax of the clues correlates to the syntax of the answers. Divers need the air. Oh. Oops. This could just be as simple as calm. I feel like that can't be it, right? Yeah, that can't be it. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Is this rare? That's the only thing I can think it could be. Audio giant. We have enough letters now. It's Bose. It's Rebecca Loeb, right? Rebecca Loeb? What's her name? Could be spelled different from that, though. It could be spelled like this. I think it's spelled like this. Storage box. Maybe it's not. Oh no. It's like lechon asado. Yeah, I think it's Rebecca Loeb, but I'm not sure how to spell her name. We'll just leave it like that for now. Well, no. We'll get rid of this, knowing that it's got to be something that makes Loeb here. Some kind of spelling that sounds like Loeb or low or something like that. Be glad. Cozy spot. Dens. My den is very cozy, thanks. No, has like convertible tops. But again, that's not a brand. This is probably a brand. Converse high top. Flip fuck tables. Get it? Get it? They're Converse because they've been flipped, and they're high tops because they're bar tables. But those are slew. Oodles is a slew of things. This is boa, and this is taco chips. I think it's taco chips, which is a weird U.S. thing to call it corn chips. No, maybe it's not, because that wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah. This ending for sub or X is not going to be something CB. So it's not taco chips, but it starts with a TA. Ah, boy. As I wake up, the answers become more clear. Look at that, look at that! Entertainment at a tailgate party. I don't have enough here to figure out this pun yet. This is, instead of outdoor, this is open air. Lay into this isn't Ari's. This is rail on. Maybe it's Eros. Does Eros tote a bow? Anybody know? I sure clearly don't. Eros got a bow. Anybody know? Epe! Pointless event. Yeah, see? It's another pun. I knew it. I knew it. An event without something sharp. Epes. Section here, I'm like very confused. Check our grid. Oh, this needs to be a T. Answer's right, I just had a typo. And that makes this make so much more sense. Fixing that typo. Look, now we've got air tank. Bam! Bam! That's why I said this before, but I love the like online crossword instead of pen and paper crossword, because you can like check your answers without spoiling anything, you know? And catch stuff like that. Although you wouldn't really have a typo on a crossword that you're filling out by hand. But still, it's the principle. Volatility, perhaps? And then this could be a tingle. Old-fashioned is neat. It's not old-fashioned like something is old-fashioned, it's old-fashioned to drink, and you order an old-fashioned neat, and it means no ice. This is bolo tie, not bola tie, and it's tax on includes. Oh, we got a whole corner done. Look at that. Look at that. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Aww. Smoke coming in my ears. I really need like a redeem or something for that, where I just make smoke come out of my ears, just like, you know. I feel like I need that, especially for these crossword streams, where I am like sitting here racking my brain for hours, undercaffeinated and hungry, like trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Speaking of hungry, I still have carrot soup. Oh. Storage box is a chest. This is Cuban. And it's Rebecca Lobo, not Loeb. Icebreaker Smurfs. Yeah. Oh boy. You clearly haven't heard Meat, the VTuber Meat, talk about Smurfs. You probably don't want to, because it's a whole thing. I'm not even gonna touch on it, but yeah, she's got theories about Smurfs. Yeah, Giselle knows. Giselle's heard Meat talk about Smurfs. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's uncomfortable. Although, you know, having just recently watched The Venture Brothers, I mean, I watched the whole thing again a few weeks ago. I talked about it. 21 and 24 have some interesting conversations about Smurfs and about what type of organisms Smurfs are, because they have a there's the only girl Smurf. There's only one, and then the rest of the Smurfs are dudes. And so I think one of them is like, the Smurfs are insects. Clearly they have a queen and then an all-male population that serves her. And then the other one is like, no, they're clearly mammals. Papa Smurf has a beard. Yeah, Giselle knows. Yeah. Papa Smurf has a freaking beard. They're mammals. Yep. Man, I fucking love Venture Brothers. I saw the other day, Venture Brothers is now 20 years old. The first episode came out 20 years ago, which is just, wow. But, like, they went, like, 10 years between seasons for, like, multiple seasons. So, it's, like, still contemporary, you know? Because the last season came out, like, 2 years ago. And they're talking about making a movie or another season still, right now. Show's been on the air for 20 freaking years. Yes, that's it. No, a single female servicing a horde of males clearly indicates a species that lays eggs. Way too many things are suddenly 20 years old. Yeah. I mean, Giselle, I just watched every episode of that show again, and I've seen them all before multiple times. You are in good company here. That's why whenever I have to do a dude voice in a video game, like if I'm like reading a visual novel and there's a man, I trend towards doing a Sergeant Hatred voice, because I can do a Sergeant Hatred voice, and it's just in my brain. That's what men sound like, you know? Nothing against men, but in my brain, stereotypical man just sounds like Sergeant Hatred. It's just how it is. I can't help it. And that was on full display when I did the Hooked on You stream. Trapper in that stream. Yeah, every voice is either Brock Sampson the Monarch or Sergeant Hatred. Yes, that's it. That's exactly it, right? I mean, sometimes you got the Hulk Hogan in there too, like, oh yeah, brother. Like, that's another one. But that's pretty similar to Sergeant Hatred. It's almost just like Sergeant Hatred with a different inflection, you know? Entertainment at a tailgate party. Gosh, this one, I've been resisting for like 10 minutes to just pussy. I know that's not the answer, but I don't care. I had to do it. The Yeah Brother is 100% that one guy, the guild henchman with like the robot monocle. Yeah! Yes! Oh man, everything. Adventure Brothers has everything in it. Let's be real. Like, there's not a single thing that is not represented in Venture Brothers. Political movement against free enterprise, or a way of reading this puzzle's long answers. Well, I got nothing. The aha, home port, familiar turf is your home port, perhaps. I'm gonna check it. We're at that point where I'm gonna be like, oh, no, not home port, but it is home something. Home can't be home court. That was my initial thought, was home court, but it's not the right length. Favorite part of that whole everything is, despite being a direct spoof of Johnny Quest, they started including actual Johnny Quest in the show. Yes, Action Johnny. He's Action Johnny, and he's on heroin, and he's got all kinds of horrible childhood trauma. Yeah. Dr. Z is Nemesis, who is also from the Johnny Quest show. Dr. Z, yeah, good stuff. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. When Action Johnny confronts a dude at the bar, and he goes, looks like you got a little herpy on your lip there. You been kissing your wife's ass? After I put herpy in there. And then they get in a bar fight, and they're all like old fogies, and so the bar fight has automatopoeia like Batman, the old like Batman show, except it's like the horn will be like, bow! And it'll be like thrown out back, stiff knee, because they're all old and they're having this big battle. It's so silly. This is a jar. That's what that is, I believe, because it's not open. It's not a jar. Damn it! I was so confident in that one. I have to be honest. Fuck me. Oh, stop it. That's probably a C, right? No, it's not. I'm so stumped here. I have no idea what the hell this is. And that's really holding up a big part of the puzzle here. The caffeine is starting to hit my system, though. Yeah, Doc Hammer is a comedic genius. I love that dude. Perils? Hazards or perils? Pontificate is gonna be orate. I had taught here and it was not correct. Well, I'm guessing this is Taft. Which, if you recall, we are not fans of former U.S. President William Howard Taft on this channel, because per Opossum fact number 42, which we read on stream a few streams ago, William Howard Taft loved eating possums. He talked about it, he wrote about it, he served possum-based meals, and as an opossum, can't condone eating possums. So fuck William Howard Taft. But I think he's the answer to this crossword clue. I think it's Taft. Harry Legend. Blank Romeo sports car. Rotund stove. Yeah! Eating possums? Fucking monster. Yikes. Still got nothing on this. Icebreaker smooth. Gale grads. I don't know what they're called. This is anti-capitalism. I'm not sure how, like, they're anti-capitalism because they're just, like, names of brands, but that's fine. Whatever. Whatever, crossword. Whatever. Home soil. Is really just cried. Which I thought right at the start. But I was like, it can't be, that's too simple. But it is! Part of me, I'm not particularly familiar with Alice in Wonderland, but I feel like this is Eat Me. I feel like there's food that says, eat me, in Alice in Wonderland. And I feel like that's what it's a reference to. Oh. Of course, I'm not sure, and I'm not sure that that helps us with these other things, so maybe it's wrong, but... School basics. I don't know. Oh! This is still a mystery. Oh! Bus schedule! Bus schedules. Plans to go public. Bus schedules. And that means this could bond over. Yes. But that's a terrible clue. Plans to go public. Bus schedules. I mean, like, vaguely. A bus schedule is about public transportation and a bus going out in the world, but like, that's a really, really bad clue. Chandy Dietmar and Patty Verrill. Bad clue. But that got us a lot here. Because now this is Fender, which makes sense. It's a tailgate party. And it's entertainment at a tailgate party. I think it's Fender Telecaster, because that is also a brand. That is a guitar. Yes. This is, well, something. Let's see. Well now. A gape is a wet odd? Oh yeah, because if your mouth is agape, or you are feeling agape, you are feeling odd. I see. Less literal, more metaphorical. Okay. That works for me. School basics. Coffee. Save me coffee. Coffee pouring ASMR. Just kidding, I only have one microphone, it's not ASMR. You need a split stereo signal for it to be true ASMR. That's how it works. That's how it works. I don't make the rules, but that's how it works. I've been staring at this one, School Basics, because I feel like I should be able to figure it out. But, I can't. I feel really silly. I don't know meat salad in Lao cuisine. I just don't. ATC? ATCs? No. No. School basics. Our school basics. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get some help here. I'm getting stumped. Let me just, please do backseat the puzzle. Larb salad. Oh, and then it's AB. Oh my god. I feel so stupid now. Thank you, JP. Oh my god. Oh boy, I definitely should have got ABCs. Well, dang. Now we can move on. Stretch thing. I thought I put taught here, and I thought it flagged it as wrong. I put taught in there, and it flagged it as wrong, and now it's flagging it as right. Maybe I put it in the wrong place, or maybe I didn't check it. Maybe I was like, maybe it's not. But I definitely had taught there before, and for some reason I thought that it had told me that taught was wrong when I did a check. Well, that's silly. Guy is man. We had that before and we took it off. Yeah, pot belly stove. I see. Pot belly stove. Ba 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 ba. I'm assuming it's Hyper is Ultra. This is gonna be Tyson, I think. This one I'm stumped on because the only mitzvahs I know are bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, and I'm not sure what this one would be. Because it's Ryan has been marked correct. Alpha Romeo, of course, yes. How did I not know that? I don't know much about cars. Romeo, not Romeo. I see. I see. Maruback. I wish I had that.
Sip.
Oh, thank you. I've been drinking so much coffee, I definitely need to drink some water. Thank you for the redeem. Good old H2O.
Have confidence.
Thank you. I don't know if y'all are aware either, but something to note is if you hover your mouse over the actual video window, there should be two little extension pop-ups. One is sound alerts, and there's more sounds, and I think some of them cost bits. I don't know if all of them cost bits. I think I put some free ones in there. But there's also stream stickers. And right now I have all of the emotes in the stream stickers as free to use stream stickers that you can slap on the stream if you feel so inclined. So all of the custom emotes you can get for subscribing are all available as stream stickers as well for free for everyone if you use the stream stickers extension for twitch.tv.
Oops!
I should never have said anything! I want to say this is like maybe mode, pro or con, but I don't know, it doesn't really make sense. One searching for a river. Oh, god damn it. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this pun. One searching for a river crossing is a fjord explorer. It's so bad. It's so bad. And yeah, I think this is taco chips.
You gotta scoop it. Scoop it.
Yeah, scoop it. This is poor soul. Yeah, poor soul. Same page. It's not taco chips. That's because this doesn't make sense. But like, I don't know what kind of chips it would be. Also, I hate the word taco chips. They're corn chips. Or tortilla chips. They're not taco chips. I hate that. But now it's stuck in my brain. It's suburb and exurb and taro chips. I love taro chips. I did not expect taro to come up on a crossword from the LA Times, though. A little surprised. Yes, years, quite a spell. Years. Yep. I knew exactly when you put it in the chat, JT, I knew exactly what you're talking about. This is a cab stand? Taxi waiting area? Is alga the plural of algae? Anybody know? Because a red tide bloom is usually it's an algae that grows in medical waste. So okay, yes, okay. So yeah, it's probably alga. This is Tanya, I betcha. I betcha. I've never heard of the movie, but Tanya Harding's a big-time figure skater. And then that could make Oliver Twist a waif. And cooler your jets. Wait. Oh, Tonya with an O. I, Tonya. And then it's Igor. Assistant with a hunch is Igor. Yep. Yep. Check our work. Oh, look at that. So far. We're almost done now. Icebreakers. Oops. These last few, though. Icebreakers, mints. And that's side. Yale grads are Eli's. People call people who graduate from Yale Eli's? Is that a thing? What? Okay. Okay. Third party. Now it's coming together-ish. This is Axe body spray. This is Yeti. Marvin Gaye. Boom! The university is named after Eli Yale. So it's named after Eli Yale. I see. So graduates of Yale are Eli's. And look at that. Just like that. Puzzle all came together. Took a while, but we had a pretty big long tangent there. Oh, we got it. We made it. Good job, team. Thanks for the help, chat. Especially you, JD. You've been clutch on every single crossword day we have done. You have helped out with a lot of these tricky clues. I appreciate it very much. Oh, not only the hanging around, but also the helping out. Because, I could sit here and stare at this for another hour and maybe get everything. If I was by myself. Yeah, so crossword's done. I've had entirely too much coffee and I'm still going. Finished my brunch. I hope you have too. And I think now, about 2.5 hours in, no, I think I might call it. And give folks their Sunday free time. Yeah, doing crosswords by yourself can be frustrating. It can definitely be frustrating. I'm glad. Yeah, that's kind of my hope, right? Is that like I can stare at it for a little while and then I can get some help and people can help out and have a good time. I don't want people to help from the very start. The reason why I start off with the no backseating is just to make sure that the stream lasts more than like 30 minutes. Because if we get like 3 or 4 people in here working on a crossword, we're gonna know every answer right away. You know, we're just gonna like blast right through it. So good to wait a little bit, but then work collaboratively. It's fun stuff. But I think that we might start to wrap up here. Not that I couldn't hop over to a video game, but I have some stuff I need to do today, and I'm sure you do too. And so the brunch stream, the idea is like start our day together, hang out, do a crossword, caffeinate, eat, you know, all that good brunch stuff that we have now done. Let me see if there is anybody around I can raid. Because we do have a few people here today. Bum 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. There's not really anybody. Oh yes, Your Majesty is live. So let's head over to Kavix, who is an art streamer. I absolutely adore their art. I have read their webcomic. If you like horror webcomics, definitely recommend giving Kavix's Clown Joke a read. It is good stuff. But we're gonna raid into Kavix. I think I've raided them before. But we're gonna do it again because nobody else that I know is live, and I don't want to spend an age like browsing through trying to find somebody. So, yeah, I think I've raided Kavix on a Sunday before even because that's when they're on. But let's go. Alrighty, I will be back on Wednesday. We will be finishing Hotline Miami 2, wrong number, playing the second half. We beat the first half of that game last Wednesday. We will hopefully beat the second half, but I do recall that it gets pretty grueling, so I'm not sure that I'll get there. But yeah, I will catch you on Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out, doing a crossword, waking up with me, or spending your evening with me, whatever it is where you live. And I will catch you on the flip side. Bye, chat. Have fun with Your Majesty.